Hello guys, good morning. Happy coffee talk. One of my absolute favorite mugs. I got this one as a gift for Christmas from my good friend Sarah, and it has actual trees. So sometimes my mugs are just like inspiring me to think of a skyline. This one actually is a skyline, and it looks like the Northern Lights, which is on my bucket list of one day I must go see them. And I'm drinking Black Rifle coffee. Let's dive right into coffee talk topic for today, which I titled Nutrition Disaster. And let me explain what I mean. Most people do not think that their nutrition is a disaster. They think it's like not very good, but it can't be that bad. And so I thought I might break down what is happening here and I'm jokingly saying nutrition disaster, but also kind of not joking. So oftentimes when I'm doing a consult with someone, I'm like, tell me a little bit about your nutrition right now. Like, what's a normal day look like for you for eating? And this is pretty common. Okay. So especially for women, this is really common right here. They'll say, well, I get up in the morning, I have some coffee. I've got, cream and sugar in it. And then I am usually like hustling to get out the door. So I might grab like a piece of toast or something like that, or a granola bar, and out the door. Don't really eat too much for breakfast. And then I'm not usually very hungry in the morning. Around lunchtime, usually get something to eat out. And so I'll just grab whatever. It just depends on the day. And then in the afternoon, I tend to grab some kind of snack from work, or I'll go out and I'll get like a caffeine, some Starbucks, and like something there, like maybe a muffin or something. And then when I get home, I'm usually starving. And so I'm trying to like get everything ready for dinner. And so I'll probably snack on something in the pantry. Sometimes it's chips, sometimes it's whatever. And then dinner's usually not too bad. And so we'll do dinner and usually make that. And then after getting everything settled and the rest of the day, the kids put in their spots and all of that good stuff, then usually feel a little bit snacky. And so sometimes I'll have popcorn or, some wine or a little bit of an ice cream treat or something like that. But just something to kind of like decompress at the end of the day. And that is the day. And so I don't know if that's even ballpark what your nutrition day looks like. And if it's not, that's okay. But some version of this is what I hear a lot of. And then typically weekends are like overdo it. So that might be like a regular day. And then on the weekends, it's like, yeah, we're out and about doing errands, running around. We are eating out. Just sometimes we do a big breakfast on Saturday or Sunday. And so honestly, that doesn't even sound that crazy, right? It kind of sounds like standard American normal day. And so what's funny though, is from a nutrition standpoint, is this a disaster? Kind of. And that's the whole point of this episode is nutrition is not a punishment. So nutrition isn't, eating healthy isn't a punishment. Eating healthy is taking care of ourselves. Can you imagine? And I've used this example before, but just hear me out. Like, can you imagine that if you had an animal like a horse or, something like, so you have a horse in your backyard and that horse doesn't get to exercise. You leave it in its like little pen in the corner and you feed it crap. Like, it's supposed to be eating, and I'm not a horse person, so if you are, I apologize. But instead of feeding it like the good hay and the pellets and something, you're just feeding it like the scrap, trash. And that horse is not thriving. It's in the dark. It's not getting exercise. It's not eating very well. It's getting kind of chubby. Its eyes aren't bright. It's kind of like bleh and lethargic. So that is what we do to ourselves all the time. All the time. We don't exercise. We don't really eat very well. And then we wonder why we're like bleh and lethargic and kind of down and mood is low and all of those things when we're really actually not taking care of ourselves. Do you see when I use the word taking care of yourself, what I'm talking about? Because we are similar to like the horse, for example. And so when we want to take care of ourselves, it mean it's a luxury. Like, oh, this would be fun to do sometime. Could you imagine if you take that horse out and just say, okay, I'm going to feed it like healthy food just for a couple of days and like give it some exercise, and then, oh, can't do that anymore. It's cloudy out today. The day didn't go as planned. back in your little corner, horsey, and here's your trash food. Like, can you imagine that? But that's how we treat our bodies. That is exactly how we treat our bodies. We're like, oh, I was eating healthy for a couple days. I got some walking in. I went to the gym and boop, wah, wah. It's raining outside. Like, can't do it. Guess I'm going to go back to my corner, eat some crap, and go back to feeling crappy. We do this to ourselves all the time. And so taking care of yourself is not a luxury. This is like a mandatory minimum, in feeding yourself quality food at different intervals throughout the day and moving your body and drinking water. This isn't a program or a luxury. This is actually how you make your body feel good, just like the horse example. And so when we're not doing that, yeah, the nutrition is a disaster. Just like for the horse. That poor horse's nutrition, that poor horse's life is a disaster. And guess what? It's eating. It probably, it doesn't seem like that bad. I'm just feeding it something. It's got a pen. It's safe inside. It's fine. Nothing terrible's happening to it, so it's fine. It's not fine. Like, we can see from that example, we can think it through and be like, that horse is not fine. Not fine. It's not thriving. It's not living life the way it should live. It's having a crap version of life. It's stuck in its pen, eating crap, getting fatter, feeling bleh, not running, not feeling energized. It's probably going to die early, right? We know that, like, inherently, if we think of an animal, if we treated an animal like that, we would know that animal is not going to live very long. Guess what, guys? People, our bodies are similar. And so even though, like, the day that I described doesn't sound that bad, it's kind of a nutrition disaster, a taking care of yourself disaster. Because when we wake up in the morning, our bodies need quality food. Okay, so I don't care about the timing. That's not the important part. The thing that I'm saying is that if we're just grabbing like whatever crap we can on the way out the door, we're not actually feeding ourselves very well. Our bodies do much better with a protein-focused breakfast that is like a balance of proteins, carbs, fat, and vegetables, because then we have sustained energy and blood sugar throughout the morning. And we're not hungry and we're not dealing with cravings because we've actually put quality nutrition in our body. So that's like step one, right? Drink some water, sure, have some caffeine. We're not starting with sugar. That would be terrible. Can you imagine? You go out to the horse and you'd be like, yo, you're not having breakfast, homie. I'm giving you marshmallows for breakfast. Hope that works for you. And you feed the horse marshmallow. He probably likes it. Doesn't care. He's going to eat it. But not going to feel good. I don't know if horses can eat marshmallows. Probably not. But point is, like, that's what we do to ourselves. But what if you started out with a quality breakfast? Now you have sustained energy, stable blood sugar throughout the day. No more cravings. You're drinking some water through the morning. You maybe even pack a snack because you know you're going to be busy. And you probably are going to feel a little bit hungry. So you pack yourself a reasonable, healthy snack. Why? Because you're taking care of yourself. Because your nutrition isn't going to be a disaster. You want to thrive. You want to feel good. Oh, it's lunchtime. You packed your lunch. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's like quality things that fill you up, that make you feel stable, that feel good when you eat them. You're like pumped, proud of your plate. You're proud of it because it's quality nutrition and it's good for you. And then maybe you go for a walk. Why? Because you've been sitting all day. So you get up, you go for a walk, and it feels good. You're like, okay, that feels good. You're taking care of yourself. So then in the afternoon, you're not feeling as needing of sugar. You're not having those sugar cravings as much because you already had really good breakfast, really good lunch, a snack, and a walk. So you just cruise through the afternoon. And when you get home, you're like, I've been eating really well all day. I'm not eating chips. Let me make myself like a tiny little snack while I'm making dinner. And you make yourself something reasonable because you're making dinner and you're excited about it because it's going to be quality food for you and your family. And so you drink some water and you eat some quality dinner. And then you're full and you're satisfied. And you're like, why don't I have a sweet tooth anymore? Why don't I have cravings anymore? Why? Because you're taking care of yourself. Your body's not screaming at you anymore that you've neglected it all day. And so maybe your days look like that a couple days, and then a couple other days of the week, you're going to the gym. Why? Because your physical body needs to be taken care of, and going to the gym and exercising, building muscle and challenging your cardiovascular system, your muscle system, your bones, that is a part of taking care of yourself. It's like the horse needs to go run. If it doesn't go run, it's not going to thrive. So you've got to do some sort of exercise a couple days a week. And so you do it. And so now Yeah, you're living. The horse, you were living before, but now you feel good. Your energy's good. Your eyes are bright. You're sleeping better. That extra body weight starts to come off. It's all of a sudden you're just thriving rather than surviving, and you are feeling good because you're intentionally taking care of yourself. And you would feel good if you had an animal that you took care of like that, and you're like, man, my animal is happy. It's not neglected. It eats good food. It gets good exercise. It's living that best life. It's going to live as long as possible if I can help it. And guess what? I bet you're listening to this and you do that for your animals. I bet you've got a dog, a hamster, a rabbit, and you would do that for that animal, but you won't do it for yourself. And so guess what? Nutrition is a disaster sometimes when it looks like that. When you neglect yourself all day long, it's a disaster. And so I want you to think about it because I don't want you to feel guilty. I want you to do something about it. That's what I want. I want you to listen to this and be like, whoa, I never thought of it that way. And just pick one little thing. You can't change everything all at once. Living a healthy lifestyle is not a program. Okay, that's the destination. Doing what I just described, eating healthy food throughout your day, moving, exercising, sleeping well, drinking water, all that. That's the healthy lifestyle. That's a destination. And when you get there, you get to a healthy body weight, your energy's better, all of those things. However, sometimes you need a program to shift your life. So that's obviously what we do in Fit Me is we coach people on how to go from where they are right now to that destination so they can feel all of those benefits of living a healthy lifestyle. But the actual healthy lifestyle itself is not a program. That is just living. That's where we want to get everybody to, or at least whoever wants to be. That's my mission. That's our mission at Fit Me, is to help 100,000 women access that fit and healthy lifestyle through community coaching and belonging. That is our mission. And so I'm basically looking for 100,000 people, one at a time, to help create that healthy lifestyle because I want you to thrive. Because when I think of that horse, sad in its little pen, not being able to move around and not eating good food and getting fatter and bones are getting weaker and its life is just getting shorter and it's missing the sunshine and it's missing the birds and it's missing running and it's missing all of that. I think about it, it makes me sad. It makes me want to cry. And we're not even talking about people here. We're not even talking about you. And it still makes me feel all the feels. So if I start talking about you and what you're missing and how good you could feel if you could just make this shift, it's very compelling. It's not just another dumb diet. It's a big shift because you deserve to live life and experience it and not just be trapped in the corner surviving. So anyways, that's my coffee talk message for today. I feel like it was a little bit heavy. I didn't mean for it to be, but it's real. I am so grateful that you listened to this podcast. It means so much to me. If you like it, do me a huge favor. Screen capture this episode, share it, and tag me. That helps other people find out about it, but it also is almost like we're having a conversation because I know you listened. And again, like that's what all this is for. I do these episodes for you. And so hopefully there's a little takeaway here that you can use in your day. If you need help, you know where to find me. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or email me at Christy@fitmenutrition.com. I will help you. That is what I'm here for. That's my mission. I want to help you get moving in the right direction. So thanks for plugging in. If you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, you need to go to Facebook, search Fit Me Community, request to join the group. I will add you there. We've got some great stuff coming up in March around building muscle and exercise. I can't wait to tell you about it, but it's a secret, so I can't tell you yet. And so looking forward to having that happen in the Facebook group. So you want to be a part of it so you don't miss it. It'll be completely free, really fun, awesome thing for you to participate in. So I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.